It won't go away. I've got that feeling rushing through my body. I know that it is here to stay. It's like you're my... Hey guys, it's me, and I am just noticing that I'm like out of breath from going up and down the stairs like I do every day. I am getting my brows laminated today, which will basically be like what I do with the clear brow gel. Same girl that used to do my waxing does this, and I miss her so much, and I really want to support her, and I'm so proud of her. She has just stuck to it, built her business, and she was working part-time at Chick-fil-A and trying to do this until she built up her clientele. I actually met her at the first wax place that I went to, which was like a chain, and then she went out on her own. I really want to support her, and I saw that she was doing this, and so I decided to give it a try. I figure what's the worst that can happen. I'm gonna ask her too about my lashes. That's why I figured there was no sense in putting eye makeup on today, because she would be removing it all anyway. So I just kind of stopped at my face. I did not even put on concealer. So I probably have some darkness under there. Anyway, who cares? So I wanted you to kind of get a good look at my brows now with nothing on them. They do still have some of the, you can see right there, they do still have some of the microblading, which I think I've told you about that I don't think I would ever do that again, because I don't know, I think, you know, I change up what I like, and when I look back at the dark brows, I don't like that look anymore. I don't even like the way it looked then. And I did have her, you know, try to remove some of this that goes down so much. She put that white stuff in there that is supposed to like absorb it, and then it kind of scabs off, but it took out some, but not all of it. So there's that. I probably would never do that again, but now I know. I'm the kind of person that kind of has to do things and find out for myself if I like. I texted her and she said that I could bring my camera, and so I am going to video at least a little bit of it, probably not the whole time, but I will show you what they do to laminate brows. Let's do a quick outfit of the day to put in this. Okay, these are some sweatpants that I bought, oh, probably around Christmas time, and I forgot about them. I put them in the drawer and found them this morning with the tags on them. They're Champion. These are so nice because they're not too big and they're kind of thin. They're not the typical, you know, sweatshirt material. They're kind of thin. The little top that I got this in black and white from Revolve. And then I wanted to put on something kind of different and summery. So I put on my wedges and I kind of wrapped the top around the bottom of the sweatpant. You know, that's so in style now, and it gives it a really cute look and a good, like, summery look. Accessories, I have on my Miranda Fry rings. I have on my Lilu studs. My ear is doing very well, and that is it. So see you guys at the salon. So what is it? What does the what is it? Tell us what brow lamination is.
So we are straightening your brow hairs, and like if you have any that are kinky or curly, which you don't really.
Yeah, mine aren't that thick.
But if you have some that just don't lay in the right direction, like for example, these are kind of curving this way, and I mean, so I mean, and you don't want, the idea with brow lamination is you're not trying to stick them all up like this.
Yeah,
that's what you see a lot of pictures of.
Yeah.
But you kind of just want to gently, like,
and it gives them the look of like just a clear brow gel.
Yes, exactly.
And so when I'm putting on my makeup, what will I need to do? Just kind of avoid them?
So every morning and every night you just kind of want to brush through them. That's really all you have to do.
It's kind of like a perm?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Yep.
Now if I did my lashes, I already used Revitalash.
Okay.
But if I did my lashes, would I still be able to wear false lashes if I wanted to, or would it make it really?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is just Vaseline. So this is just going to protect the skin outside the brow.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll do this, and then I'll tint them like a light brown, just kind of to match your blonde. Nothing crazy. And then I'll clean them up.
Yeah, tint them really light, because I actually like them lighter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really not going to be any darker than your brow hairs are right now. The only thing I'm looking at tinting is the little fine peach fuzz that you can't see.
Okay. I'm so proud of you for building your business like you have.
It's exciting.
Good for you.
It really is.
You did so good. You did what it took, you know, working at Chick-fil-A.
Yes.
I'm so proud of you.
All the very long 12-hour days.
Yeah, but that's what it takes. And here you're getting the rewards. And I mean, just think how much better it's going to be when this is over.
Oh my gosh, yes.
You know, there's lots of people that don't do stuff because of the mask. Like, I'd love to, you know, go have a facial or go get a massage, but I don't want to lay there with a mask on the whole time.
Yeah,
I
couldn't imagine getting a massage right now while wearing a mask. You can't breathe.
Yeah.
You've already got that
you already have your head
face
in the hole.
cushion. Yeah, exactly.
I know. I know your mom is proud.
So now what we do is we kind of glue down the brows in the position that we want them to be.
Okay.
So it's almost kind of like a very mild lash glue. So this is kind of like what I was talking about. A lot of people will comb them straight up like this.
Oh yeah.
And that's not what you want. You want to kind of make them lay natural. And a lot of people, like, when they see brow lamination, they're so afraid that their brows are going to look like this, like, all the time. And that's not the case. Like, your brows don't lay like this naturally.
Yeah.
So when the glue comes off and, you know, you brush them out, they're going to just lay a lot smoother.
Yeah.
They're not going to be glued to your face.
So about how long does it last? Just the cycle of your brow hairs
pretty much.
Out?
Yep. It totally depends on the person. Some people, you know, they can make it last the full 8 weeks. Some people, they'll see them starting to kind of loosen up, I guess you would call it.
Yeah.
Or they just they're a little bit more resistant.
Yeah, or bristly ones are coming in. I can see how this would be good for someone who has really thick textured brows.
Yes. Like, or curly ones.
Yeah.
Like, because for example, mine are really coarse. But my body hair isn't coarse and my head hair isn't coarse, but my brow hairs are.
Yeah.
And they have a mind of their own.
Okay, so you're going to just do the same thing to the other side?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to give my arms a break.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next step.
This is the, I guess you would, it's not really
like a developer
firming lotion. Yeah. So this is the straightening lotion. So this is the one that is going to break down the bonds, the keratin bonds in your brows and allow them to be pliable. So this is the one that breaks it down, and then the one after this is the one that actually sets them.
Oh. Yeah, that even has a permy smell.
Yeah, very light. It's got to have that same active ingredient, but not everything is the same. It's not like I'm putting like straight hair perm on your face.
Yeah, it's not that bad. Not like rotten eggs. It just has that little bit of smell.
Sulfury smell.
Yeah.
Yep. It's really faint. Put it on basically everything except the tips, because you don't want to over process the tips, because they're the most delicate.
So now we are taking it off. And so the reason that you're supposed to be off every kind of retinoid or glycolic or anything before you do this is
because of the chemicals in the solution.
Okay.
It will irritate the combination of both is way too much for your skin to handle,
and
it'll just make it
upset
break
it.
out. Yeah. And then, you know, I always wax them afterwards too,
Oh,
So,
yeah, that can rip your skin
and that
right
can
off.
rip your skin off, yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then a lot of times just the moisture from the actual solution will make some of the brow hairs lift up. That's totally normal. We go in and re-glue some of them down so that they stay. Gonna come back in here.
And so what is this step?
I am just going, all I'm really doing is just re-straightening some of them that have lifted up.
Just kind of tweaking it.
Yep, because the next step is crucial, because the next step is actually gonna set them in whatever position you've laid them in. So you've got to make sure that before you put on that second solution, that they are laying
like you want them.
Like you want them, yep.
Are my brow hairs longer than most? They seem long to me.
Well, they are long, but you kind of want them long for this, for this service.
It's like, it's not thick, but they're long. Because, I mean, if you pluck one hair, it makes a big difference.
Yeah, well, and that's just it. That was what I was about to say, because when they're long, they can help camouflage empty areas.
Yeah.
And see, that's kind of what I'm trying to do right in here. It's trying to cover up a little sparse area in here. So yeah, you do kind of want them long for this service. Like if you come in and you've just trimmed your brow hairs really short, then it's like, sorry, but...
Yeah, okay. That's good to know then.
Yeah.
So this is the setting lotion. And she was just telling me that I don't need to get them wet for 48 hours, that just use a washcloth to wash my face instead of splashing, and don't work out, so just try to let them set for 48 hours, right?
Yeah, they say 24, but I say, you know, better be safe than sorry and push it to 48. Just to be safe. So we apply it the same way as the other one, avoiding the tips.
Would you have to go to like a little class to do this?
This was all, I did like a little online video training. They did like, it was like a Zoom
because
thing.
of COVID.
Yeah. But they were super thorough. It was like 4 hours long. I just kind of sat there and watched.
I've been taking some different little classes and stuff too. I kind of enjoy that.
Yeah.
That way you can just stop, go do something, come back to it.
Yep.
Watch it over.
Yes, exactly. And they give you the access to it. That was one thing that's really good about that versus a physical class, because you can't, unless they record it and they give you some kind of recording, you can't go back.
So now we're removing it.
Yep. So we're gonna tint next.
Okay.
So
Yay.
the actual lamination process is pretty much done now.
Okay.
So the glue's still on, so that's why they still look the way they do. So we do the tint while they're still sitting in that position. And then afterwards we put on a nourishing serum that's going to loosen up the glue and all that fun stuff. So we're going to do a light brown, and this looks really orangey red. It looks like you're going to dye it my hair color, but it does not develop that way.
Okay.
So I don't want it to alarm you. This just develops a really nice light brown that's really suitable for blondes. Like you. I'm also going to start doing brow henna. So that is something that stains your skin more so than tint. Because I mean, tint stains your skin, but it really only stains your skin for like a day or two. Kind of like when you get hair color on your skin and it stains it for a little bit. But I'm going to start doing brow henna because it stains it for up to 2 weeks. Turns less warm. So it's not that orange.
Makes my eyes look so blue.
Oh yeah, it's bringing that out for sure.
Well, it's almost like getting a brow lift.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. A lot of places will call it that. They'll call it a brow lift. But that can be kind of confusing.
Yeah.
So this is the nourishing serum. So this will go on and sit for a couple minutes and just help break down the glue. So a lot of people think that if they get brow lamination that they're not going to be able to move their brow hairs, and that's, I mean, you can see just with me putting this on that they're moving. You can still move them. If you hate the shape, you can still use brow gel.
Yeah, well, it makes sense when you said it's just almost like relaxes them.
Yeah.
Now she's just loosening them up after she's removed most of the gluey stuff anyway.
Yes. And then I'll take a little bit more of that moisturizing serum and just kind of brush it through. This is what you see when you see the really slick pictures.
It's because they've just done this.
It's because they've just put this stuff on. That's why they always look so shiny when you take pictures. But I'm going to go in and clean them up. Clean up any strays and also trim some of these because obviously some of them are a little long, kind of like what you said. But
I know.
We don't want you looking like a heat miser.
I know. It's like I'm a mad scientist.
Yeah.
That even feels like soothing.
Yeah, it's nice and cool. It's got aloe in it, so just a lot of soothing ingredients. You can still, I mean, you can style these however you want. So if you want them sticking straight up like this, you can. I mean, that's the whole point of this service, is that you are able to style them however you want. You can lay them down like this. And see, then I don't even have to trim, but I don't like that look. And I don't think Miss Lisa will like it either. So, I mean, like I was saying, like you could do that.
Yeah, no.
But this service is not meant to give you Angry Bird eyebrows. It's just meant to make them more pliable and allow them to be styled easier. You hear Bo out there growling. He's not growling, he's playing.
Yeah, he is so cute.
And this is where the trimming is really important, because you don't want to trim them too short. Because then when they start to relax, they'll look stupid. They'll look like you're choppy.
Yeah.
So you still want to leave them fairly long in some areas. Like you see, I like them fluffy up towards the front. I'm not going to do too much trimming up there.
So is this the last step?
Yeah, and then I'm going to actually go in and kind of tweeze some of the strays too. Now just kind of tweezing some of these random strays. Cleaning them up. Keep yours pretty clean.
Yeah.
If they were crazier than this, then I would wax them, but you don't really need it. It's just simple cleanup. Just swipe through this and you'll leave this on. So just let this stay on your brows. Until it soaks in. It'll soak in eventually.
So if I wash my face like in 2 or 3 hours, it'll be okay?
It'll be fine.
I mean, I'll still avoid my brows.
Yeah, you'll just wipe around them. And then as I style them, I kind of like to go in over top, kind of like this, kind of relax those edges so you can't really see them, but then fluff up the front. So you see how they're just kind of laying?
Yeah, it's like a lift.
So no Angry Bird brows here.
Yeah, look good. The color
So this
looks
is
good
with
too.
it without versus with the serum. And so you can kind of see what they will look like naturally without any brow gel. This is kind of like the brow gel look. Like I said, you can style them however you want. So I kind of lay them so that they'll set properly, because they're still setting for the next like 24 hours, and that's one of the main reasons why you don't want to get them wet, is because they're still setting. So I will set them in the way that they need to be, and then after that you can do whatever you want with them.
It's amazing. It kind of like maximizes what you got.
Yes, exactly. And that's what a lot of people like about it, is like if they've got like really skinny brows, if they let them grow out, you can make them real thick looking. But that's when you can kind of get into the more like Angry Bird looking brows. So you gotta be careful with that. And then I'm gonna wipe that shininess off your skin.
Okay, there we go.